Hello, and welcome to CS Code with another episode on programming in Scratch. As we know, Scratch is a program by MIT to help others learn coding. In this episode, I'll be showing a timing game that's baseball themed instead of the catch the ball games that we have in the previous episodes. So, first I'll be going through the game to show how it works. See, I have my title screen here with the title, Baseball Mania, with a Play Now button, which I will click to continue. Now we have instructions showing us that when we press the space bar, the ball stops when it will move, and there will be a total of 7 balls thrown, so we can deduce that a maximum score of 7 is made. And we also see how score is calculated. It's important to have instructions so everyone knows how to play the game. So I'm going to start it now. So here we have the game where a ball who's coming rather fast is moving after we start, and we have to press the spacebar to stop it, and we get points according to where it is, approximately to this black sprite. It's rather difficult because of the speed, but that's the part of the game. Currently I have 6 balls thrown, and that's the 7th, and that concludes the game. Unfortunately, I have a final score of -1, but it's all in good fun. But now I'll be showing you exactly how this game works. Now, I have most of the scripts for the sprites into the baseball. So let me explain this first. When I have this green flag to start clicked, I have the baseball hidden in case it's in a position where it's not already hidden, so there wouldn't be any mix-ups with sprites. Also, I set the score in strikes to 0 because I don't want anything to be added on to previous scores. So the ball starting the game when the backdrop switches to game from the introduction screen that I have here. This begins a forever loop, which waits 1 second for the player to get ready, create a clone, and wait 4 seconds to have the time to make the shot, and then more time to create the next ball, so there won't be multiple balls on the screen. Then, since we have this clone, I have this code saying when I start as a clone, so I have it shown so we can see the ball in the line, and this whole thing in a repeat. So I have the clone go to a certain coordinate, and I set it to a specific size so it can fit on this line. Now I have the ball repeat until the spacebar is pressed to stop it. Move -20 steps. We can manipulate this value to change the speed of the ball, altering difficulty. Next, we have this conditional with if and else. If the baseball is touching sprite 1, then it will change score by 1, increasing it. This sprite 1 is this black bar that I mentioned earlier, that if it's touching, it will get the score and broadcast this message. Afterwards, it will play a sound with the baseball being hit and a crowd cheering, as you've heard earlier. If it's not touching sprite 1, however, then it will change strikes by 1, and a sound will play with the crowd groaning. We wait 1 second, and the clone is deleted to make way for the new clone that will be made. Then, so let's get into this message. I use this message to create the home run screen that you saw when I made a strike, and let me just show you the script for that. See how Scratch works? The way we get sprites to interact with each other is by sending messages. So when the first message is received, I set the size of the original picture to 20%, show it, and then have a repeat of 19 to change the size by 5 so it will get the effect of it growing. Then I wait 1 second for it to stay there, and then I hide the sprite. So I have a clear screen to make the shots again. The game mostly progresses, and most of the events are triggered by the changing of the backdrops. In the beginning, I have, when the flag is clicked, I have these sounds playing, and the values going to 0, and all the variables hidden. So it's all clear to be done again. And then when we play, everything's clean and fresh. Here, when the backdrop switches the game, at the end of it, we have the final score calculated for the end screen. But also, we have this wait 25 seconds because of how the forever loop works. We want it to stop after this amount of seconds because a ball is made every 5 seconds, and we only want it done 7 times for the game. Afterwards, we have it stop all, so the game is concluded. This time I have a final score of 1, and we have these buttons that will take you back to certain backdrops which trigger new events, like the game going again. Because whenever the backdrop is switched to this certain one, the game starts because of the scripts I put in the baseball. Also, in the return to title screen, I have it go to the title screen where we can start again, but it does not play the beginning sound again because that was only meant to be for the beginning. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this game, and I hope to see that many of you will start to create your own games with the inspiration of these videos.